Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with a fun new layout for the Cheeky Studio. So if you didn't know, I am on the Cheeky Studio design team, and this is my second layout that I've made with Tuesday's products. So here you can see I have these two black and white photos, and they are of my husband Mark and I on our anniversary. On January 3rd of this year, we celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary, which just seems so amazing to me. I don't know if you guys have made it that far in your marriages, or if you've surpassed it or not made it that far, but I feel like we've been married forever, but at the same time, I feel like we haven't. Like, I feel like it's been 15 years, but I don't as well. Like, it feels like 15 years has just gone by so fast. But anyway, I thought that I would do these two photos. So before this, you will have seen that I am using a mood board for this layout. I am going to challenge you to create a layout based on this mood board that I created. And since I am the last challenge, mood board challenge for the month of January, I thought we would kind of go towards a more love themed challenge mood board, just because by the time next month's mood board challenge rolls around, I think it'll be like really close to the 14th, so we won't really be able to do that lovey-dovey kind of Valentine's Day mood board. So I wanted to make sure that I included that. And it doesn't have to be a Valentine's Day theme, or, you know, like you and your husband, or you and your significant other. It could be you and your relationship with your kids, or, you know, anything like that, which is the reason why I kind of created a couple different images, or included a couple different images, and it wasn't all just based around a couple's love. So I just kind of wanted to focus my layout on mine and my husband's anniversary celebration. Since we did celebrate 15 years, I did want to make this layout this month, and just kind of talk about our relationship and how we've grown over the last 15 years. I feel like 15 years is a big milestone, and we've been through a lot in the last 15 years, so it'll be fun to sit down and do the journaling. And what I will probably end up doing is journaling on the back, or including a tag on the back of the layout, because I want to go into depth about it, but I don't want it to be visible to just everybody and anybody to see. Okay, so long story short, sorry, that was like 3 minutes of building up to all of this. So you've seen that I've kind of gone through a couple different background papers, and then also a couple different papers that I was thinking maybe I would want to map my photos on. And here I'm trying to decide if I want my photos right next to each other, or if I want to have them separated. And in the sketch, which was created by Heather, which is another design team member, she had them separated. So I am going to decide to keep them separated as well. So I'm using a couple different collections, paper collections on this layout, which is very different type of scrapbooking for me. For me, I normally pick out a whole collection and scrap that collection. So this was a lot different than what I normally do. So here you can see now I'm trying to pick out that the second mat that's going to go behind the photos. So I have the first mat is just right behind the photos. Then that second mat, the navy blue star mat, or layer, I guess you could say, is going to be the size that it is right now. And then I'm trying to go through papers, and I'm also FaceTiming with a friend while I'm doing this. And so I kind of am using my hands to talk a little bit, and just it's taking me a little bit longer than normal to kind of pick out papers and everything and do this. But I really love how this layout turns out. So here you can see I've pulled out this Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams paper, and this was one of my favorite papers from that collection. I can't remember what the paper is called, but it is really, really pretty, and I really liked the blues and the pinks. And I wanted it to kind of have a paper that was lighter than that navy blue. It almost looks black in the video, at least to me. I'm not sure if it looks black to you guys, but I really liked how this Maggie Holmes paper kind of made that navy blue stand out. So here I'm satisfied with how that looks. I really, really love that. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. I think I'm going to start gluing everything down now, because I do want to start putting down, oh, maybe not. So at first I was thinking that I was going to kind of angle the photos and have them overlapping. I decided I didn't like that, and I wanted to stick closer to the sketch. So now here is where I'm going to start gluing down the mat and the photos. I'm really happy with how this is looking, and I want to start putting down the embellishments and the die cuts and everything. So I decided to use the Valentine's Day kit for this layout, and this layout probably took me, gosh, I want to say an hour and a half, mainly because I fidget with this alpha so much because I can't decide how I want it to look. So I know that at first I'm thinking I want to write out the word 15. And so here I'm going to spend, forever going through and looking for the right letters and spelling out the word 15, and it takes forever. Then I'm going to find an ampersand, and I really like how that looks. So I'm thinking I want it to be 15 and counting. But I am going to pull out all of those letters for all of that, and it's just such a huge title. I really love this alpha, but because my photos and the layers behind my photos take up so much real estate on this layout, I decide that having such a big title kind of takes away from the photos. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna fidget and I'm gonna play, and so I think right now what I'm spelling is years, so 15 years. You can see where I've pulled out that ampersand, and I'm still just kind of looking for the right letters, and I'm just gonna fuss over this. And I don't want to make you sit here because this literally takes like forever, and this video would probably be half an hour long. So I am going to cut out most of this. As you can see, I'm kind of fidgeting with the placement and trying to move it around so that it'll fit better, and trying to stagger and move it about, but it's just not working. And so I'm going to eventually just scrap the idea of using the word 15, and I am going to go with the word years. And I'm going to pull an alpha from my stash, and I'm just going to use the numbers 1 and 5 to make up the numbers 15. So yeah, this is just me fidgeting and playing. So here you can kind of see that I am playing with adding the word years to the side there. So I kind of thought about it being 15 years and counting. So I'm going to move the word 15 up here to above the photos, because then it would read better to say 15 years and counting. But I still just don't really like that. I try moving the word counting up, and I'm telling you, I fussed with this for like probably half an hour to 45 minutes. It was ridiculous how much I fussed with this title. I really loved the alpha, but like I said, it's just too big with how much space my photos and my layers take up. So I did try just leaving it with 15 years, and I liked that better, but I still wasn't in love with it, and I still wasn't happy with it. So I'm going to try just doing years on the side there next to the 4x6 photos, And then I have these big, huge Heidi Swapp numbers, and you can see them there. They're supposed to be used with the mink. I do not have a mink, but I have heard that you can use a laminator and get the same effect. Well, I didn't watch any process like YouTube videos on how to use a laminator and use the foil and these mink things, embellishments. So this isn't going to work out. I'm going to try it. It doesn't work. And so I'm going to scratch this idea off of the list of things that I'm trying on this layout. Okay, so now I'm back and I have started putting down all of my die cuts and ephemera pieces from the Valentine's Day kit. And you can see that I have some roses, some white roses and red roses, and then a couple feathers and a bow in that cluster next to the title to the left. And then I'm also going to add the sequins that I have up there above the photos. And right now I'm just off to the right going through all of my alphas, my thickers, and I am going to pull out a couple different thickers and test them out, and they just don't work. And finally I think I'm gonna go with a, let's see, a white, and it is this Amy Tangerine alpha. And I don't remember what it's called or what collection it's from. I will try to remember to leave links below to these all these products that I use. And now here I'm going to start building these other clusters around the layout. So the sketch calls for a cluster down in the bottom right hand corner, one in the left hand corner of where the photos are, which you can see I already have one there, and then one in the top left hand corner. And I am actually going to stick pretty close to that. You can see I'm building one in the bottom left hand corner right now, or right hand corner, I apologize, and then I have one in the left hand corner of the photos. And I'm really loving all of these pieces that I am using with this kit. I am almost all out of roses because I just absolutely adore the roses and the feathers. They were my favorite part of this kit. I absolutely loved them. So then I pull out this, at the top of those photos, I place down that frame, and it just says, "Together we have it all." And I thought that was really pretty, and I really liked that embellishment or die cut. So I am just going to build a little floral cluster on each side, on the left and the right of it, and I am going to add some sequins to all of the clusters, and then this layout is going to be done. I am really happy with how it turned out. I just absolutely love these cute die cuts. If you would like to go and get your own so that you can scrapbook your own love of your life and significant other, or even just to scrapbook your everyday, I think I'm going to try to do a project life or pocket page spread with this collection as well, just to kind of show you the everyday nature that you can use these embellishments and die cuts with. So here you can see I am adding some of the, oh goodness, now I'm not going to remember what it's called. I think it's Don't Rain on My Parade. It's a nice dark navy blue, and that came in the mixed media kit. It's the Valentine's mixed media kit. So that is it. Make sure you head on over to our Facebook group to check out our challenges that happen we have a bunch of challenges going on right now, and if you enter a layout into the challenges, you can be entered to win a $5 gift card to this Cheeky Studio store. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great scrappy week. Bye!